Peace, Scorpio. This is your tarot card reading for the month of August with me, the Toracle. I've already shuffled and laid out the cards, and I'm just going to go through them. This is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and the outcome, the overall energy of the month, and all of their clarifiers. The rest of the cards that you see are their clarifiers. This is the recent past, or it can also be seen as the hidden influence and its clarifier. Here's your message from the universe has your back. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Remind yourself that you're love and miracles are natural. So whatever it is that you're, wanting to manifest or that you want out of life, just know that it is very possible, no matter how hard it may seem, especially with these energies here I want to go through in a moment. Okay. And then Work Your Light Oracle deck says warrior woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? So you have a warrior here, and then there's a warrior here in the Knight of Wands. She's a warrior as well. Okay, and she's in the recent past. I feel like this is you being that warrior woman fighting for something quite important to you, Scorpio. The clarifier here is the Four of Wands. So I feel like either you're fighting, it really does feel like this is about a relationship. So if you're not in it, if this is not about your romantic relationship, Scorpio, take it as a grain of salt. This is a generalized reading. I have to read what's out on the table because that's what's there. If it's not a romantic relationship, I guess you could look at it as a partnership of any kind, but it is very heavily laden in romantic energy. Okay, and you'll see what I mean as we got the Lovers, we got the Two of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Four of Wands. It's hard to not see it as romantic. So I'm just going to go with what's there. Okay, so if this is you, Scorpio, lucky you, this energy is dominant. Okay, it's protruding quite toughly. Okay, so like I said, in the past, you've been this warrior fighting for some progress in a relationship, likely marriage. You've been wanting to get married, it seems like. You've been fighting to get married. You've been probably pulling out all your best qualities to show that you are marriage material, husband material, wife material. But you've been fighting a little too hard, okay? Because the overall energy of this is the Four of Pentacles, which means you're holding on to this idea very tightly, which is creating a very heavy and dense vibe between you and this person when it comes to how you want the relationship to go and how they want the relationship to go. It doesn't feel like they want the same thing that you want, or at least not right now. Okay. But you fight so hard for it. You're a fully dedicated person when it comes to love. And when you say, I love you, you really mean it. You don't play around. Okay. But not everybody is as serious as you, and not everybody is going to want to move at the same pace as you. And not everybody's going to want the same things that you want when you want them, okay? So in the first week, we had the Five of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Swords. Something's already happened. I feel things have been happening. Of course, it's not going to just start in the month of August. This is something I feel has been going on with you in this relationship or this situation with this person where you felt kind of out in the cold. You guys might have even had a breakup in the recent past, some type of break from each other. If you live together, maybe somebody left for a week or two or more, and you just had to kind of get away from each other and not been speaking to each other. And, it just felt like it ended. It felt like it ended to you or to both of you. And walking into the first week, you're still holding on to that. Maybe they still are not around. Maybe you are not around. Maybe neither one of you have opened up the lines of communication quite yet. You're hoping that this break is going to open the doors for some better and clearer and, more loving communication. Because in the second week, I see that, you're hoping for a new beginning. This is something that your hope is hidden in the quote in the cards for you. This is the High Priestess. This is about the mysterious and what's in the dark. So you are starting new, but what is coming, you don't really know what it is. You don't know what's coming. You're hoping that it's something better, but you really don't know. Okay. I forgot to clarify this. I'm sorry. The Four of Pentacles being clarified by the Page of Wands. This is like a wild card energy. It's a wild individual kind of like, really trying to work really hard to have what it wants. Okay. So that pretty much lines up. It's pretty much the same energy. So in the second week, there is going to be some contact or maybe some kind of change in this situation from the recent past, but you don't know what it is and you're a little worried about that. And by the third week, you're going to need to make a choice, right? So throughout the second week, something's playing out. Something's becoming very clear to you about this relationship, about this person, perhaps. And then we have in the third week, the Lovers. The Lovers are not, this card is not entirely positive. It's, people say that it's about the lovers. It's about a couple. But really, it's about choices, a choice that needs to be made, either from a lower state of living to a higher state of living, or choosing to choosing to let go of the idealistic, perfect love for, a more obtainable and practical love. Okay. So in the third week, you're feeling like you need to make a choice about this relationship once and for all. And the clarifier here is the Five of Cups, which is, loss, feeling lost. There's some cups here have been tipped over, on this side, but to remain. So it almost feels like, if you make a choice, you're like, geez, this has already been really hard and I don't want to lose any more friendship from this person, or I don't want to lose any more love from this person or attention even, but making this choice is something you have to do because you've been fighting so hard to get what you want and holding on to this idea of how it should be for so long. You're exhausted. That's what I feel. You're tired. Okay, Scorpio, you are tired and really you ain't got no business trying so hard. All right. Because if somebody wanted to marry you, they would marry you. If somebody wanted to be with you, they would be with you. You wouldn't have to beg for it. You wouldn't have to persuade or convince for it. All right. So in the fourth week, I'm seeing that it looks like you're going to decide to walk away. It's the Eight of Cups here, which is just completely walking away from a situation that you've been, emotionally invested in. It's clarified by the Two of Cups, so this is Two of Cups, Lovers, similar, making a decision about a relationship. That's why I said, it really feels like a relationship. We got the Marriage card here. We have the Lovers, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Cups. So I feel like you are deciding by the fourth week that it's time to walk away. Now, whether you actually do it or not, it's going to be up to you. But at least by the fourth week, you will know that it's what you need to do. You will know something is going to come out of this darkness here. Something is going to come out of this unknown that's going to, and it's going to play out during the month of August. That's going to let you know that, yeah, I got to walk away from this. I got to walk away from it. Okay. The outcome is the Eight of Swords. You got two eights here. So, like I said earlier, you're trying to control the situation, trying to hold on to it and make it go in the direction that you want. That's a lot of eight energy. You are a Scorpio. You are the eighth sign. So that is kind of your thing, trying to control the flow of things, and being rigid in how it can happen and when it should happen. And it's kind of backfiring on you right now. You're learning a very major lesson when it comes to that. Okay, Scorpio. The outcome is the Eight of Swords, which you see her blindfolded and bound, surrounded by these eight swords. So it's like this limited thinking, this, feeling of hopelessness in the situation, like you can't do anything else. And that's literally what it is. And that's a good thing because you're coming from the recent past of doing everything, trying to make this thing happen. You're doing any and everything to make this thing, trying to make this thing come together. But by the end of August, you can't do anything else. Your hands are tied, literally. Your hands are tied. There's nothing left to do. You're just having to accept that there ain't shit else that you can do. Okay, Scorpio, there's nothing else to do about the situation. Now, if it's going to change, if it's going to eventually turn out to, result in marriage, it ain't going to be because anything you are doing. As a matter of fact, try to do any more, you're going to make it worse. The Magician is clarifying the Eight of Swords. So it's like, you know that this is what you have to do in order to create what you want. You know that you're going to have to tie your own hands behind your own back. You don't have to sit on your hands, Mr. Scorpio, please, and stop trying to control how this thing goes, because it's creating unnecessary stress and on you and the other person. Now, I'm not saying that it's completely over and done with, because I can't say that. The future is always changing, but it does look like you guys have already been having issues. It does look like there's already been a breakup. It does appear to have already ended and maybe started again a couple times before now. And I know I'm getting very specific for a general reading, but I'm just telling you what I'm picking up on right now. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up on. Okay. And if it doesn't resonate, you should have been clicked off this video. All right. It's not for you, and that's okay. It's not going to be for everybody. But, like I said, I can't say if it's totally done or over with or not. That's not up to me to say. That's really up to you and how you choose. If you choose to do what you need to do that's best for you, which is relax and chill and stop trying to control the outcome. Stop trying to control the other person. Stop trying to control how it happens. Stop trying to control when it happens, and just chill, Scorpio. Like, really, you need to chill. Sit on your hands. Sit on your hands and what we say, fall back. Fall all the way back, Scorpio. And you might get what you want. But here's the thing. Don't do it because you might get what you want, because that's still control. So I don't even know why I just said that to you, Scorpio. But, in a real way, on a real inner and for real way, you need to fall back and you need to relax. Maybe do some journal writing. Maybe do some meditation. Maybe go for walks. Get your mind on something else. You're overly obsessed about this situation. Okay. Wow. That was very specific. But like I said, that's what I felt. I had to go with what I felt. I'm very interested in seeing the comments on this video. All right. I'm just very, very interested in seeing the comments on this video. I don't know if I got too specific or what, but that's what I felt. All right, Scorpio. I hope you have a great month, and I hope you figure it out, and I'll see you in September. All right. Peace.